Hello, welcome to the Lunch and Chat with Leslie show. I'm your host, Leslie Parker. Thank you for joining me with this broadcast tonight. It is going to be a very informative broadcast. I wanted to bring this broadcast to you because of a couple reasons. We are now in a different season, and you know your sleep patterns can change during the season. So I wanted to let you know the effects of not having the proper sleep and why it's so important to heal your body, why sleep heals your body. Because when you don't get the proper sleep, you will have their pros and their cons for not having the proper sleep. I can definitely tell you, based on a personal experience I've had with not getting the proper sleep. Last year, I was involved in a car accident. I stayed up to 3 in the morning. I thought that I was big enough and bad enough to handle staying up to 5 o'clock in the morning, getting my paper done. During that time, I was in school. So I was working on a paper. I had a task to do. So not thinking that I would be involved in an accident the next day. So what happened? I went to work. I got up 2 hours, and that's all the sleep I had was 2 hours basically. So I got up, went to work, and I was feeling tired. My body was giving me all the signs of not having the proper sleep, but I ignored those signs and I still went on to work. And guess what happened? Once I got to work, I kept yawning. I kept, I was just being fidgety. I noticed that I was a little bit moody too, still not paying attention to my body. Well, after I got off of work at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, driving along 29, that's going from Columbia, Maryland, headed towards 695, going towards Owings Mills, Maryland. I started still feeling the signs. My body was like, just trying to get its rest. But I thought I could make it home. So I decided to take, instead of taking 795, to God be the glory, he said, take Ricestown Road, little bumper to bumper. It's a longer route, but that saved my life. So what I did was I got on 690, I got on Ricestown Road, talking on the phone, still tired, and talking on the phone. While I was talking to my girlfriend, I kept telling her that I am tired. Again, not paying attention, saying it again, I'm tired. I know I said about 4 or 5 times. Do you know, by the time I got to, I guess, the sixth time, maybe it's been 10 times, I just refused to believe that I was that sleepy and that I could make it home. I live right around the corner from where I fell asleep. So the last statement I made was, I am tired. And my body just went limp. I woke up not realizing that I had gotten to an accident, but I heard the sound of the car crashing. So now you understand why I want to talk to you about sleep and why it matters, because I don't want you to experience what I experienced. It's very dangerous when you don't get the proper sleep you need. It's dangerous that you could, yes, you can get an accident like I did, and you can also incur some health problems. So today's guest I have invited, she's going to talk about something as simple as getting the proper sleep you need, and while it's important to get the rest that you need. So I'm going to bring her on. Before I bring her on, just tell you a little bit about her. I've been knowing this young lady for quite some time. And the funny thing about it is that she had started getting into her sleep interest for a long time. And matter of fact, she was at my retreat last year, but yet I still did not listen. I was hard-headed. So I hope that you will pay attention, and please pay attention to this program and get the tips that you need to help you avoid some of the things that could possibly help you, injure you, hurt you, and destroy your body. So without further ado, I'm going to bring her on. Her name is Donetta D. Mooring. Hi, Donetta.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Oh, wonderful.
Great, great, great. Look, I just got finished telling the viewers about the incident that happened to me last year. And I know when I called you and told you, you were like, oh my God, Leslie. First thing, we were just grateful that, God kept me.
Yes.
And I just, in a way, this is going to make you laugh. I didn't even want to tell you that I was in an accident and why I was in the accident. I said, oh Lord, I'm going to tell this certified sleep science coach who was talking to me all along that, Leslie, you need to get the proper sleep. So truth be told, I wasn't going to tell you because I was too ashamed. I didn't listen. I was hard-headed. So you understand, but I know when I told you, you were really, it was shocking and so forth.
Yeah.
So today's broadcast, I know we're going to talk about how sleep heals. So before I get into that, can you tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, and then I'll get into asking you the questions, okay?
Sure, no problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, first I want to share my story. That over 30 years ago, that I went to the doctor. I was feeling lifeless, no energy. Like, what is wrong with me? And they thought I had lupus, or they thought I had chronic fatigue syndrome. They ruled it out, which I was happy, like, oh, good. But I still felt lifeless, no energy. I'm like, what is wrong with me? So I thought about, well, wait a minute. When I was a child, I was going through stress and anxiety. And when I got sleep, I felt so much better. And I was like, So I said, well, let me do some investigation. And then that's when decided to become a certified sleep science coach. And I was implementing a lot of the things that I learned. And sleep healed me, but not only that, it saved my life in so many ways. And so I'm just so passionate, and that's my purpose, to share with people the importance of sleep, because so many of us do take it for granted. Same with breathing, not breathing properly. So, I want to shed the light on sleep and how important it is.
Oh, excellent. Well, you know what? That kind of leads me into telling you, well, that was the reason why you wanted to become a certified sleep coach. So thank you for sharing that with the viewers. Now, can you explain the importance of, I guess, getting a good night's sleep or the proper rest? What is what is the importance behind that?
Well, first of all, I like to use an analogy as far as a car. You drive the car, you need to put gas in it, you need to make sure the oil is changed, you need to take care of it properly. Same way for our bodies. We need to take care of our body. And I like to also use sleep hygiene. You take care of your hygiene as far as everything else, but when it comes in to sleep, it's like I get to it when I feel like it. But it's so many preventative health issues just by getting sleep. And so it's really important because your body needs to heal. It needs to heal. And the thing about, if you keep pushing yourself, and as weeks go by, as months go by, and years go by, you just don't know that particular illness or disease you might have could have been prevented if you got the proper sleep so your body can heal.
Oh, absolutely. And that kind of led to what I experienced. It was sleep deprivation.
Hmm.
I didn't realize I was that tired. So almost like, I guess the good analogy, like with cars, if you don't put, you got a little bit of gas in there and you're trying to go all the way. I'm trying to go to DC, but I only got just a tiny bit of gas. Eventually the car is going to run out of gas.
Right.
It's going to break down.
Yes.
So that's pretty much probably what the body does. It starts breaking down.
Hmm.
And, I'm going to tell you, I'm got to be honest with you. I
Hmm.
did do it. Now, after that incident, me having an accident, I was scared. Obviously, I was like, I need to go to sleep. But of course, I was still in school, so I was staying up. But I did learn to at least rest behind it. But recently, I was up over the weekend. I had to watch 4 movies back to back, and I didn't go to bed till 4 in the morning. It has taken me 2 days just to get my mind, because it says it affects even your thinking,
Yeah.
right? Your thought process. So I wasn't even able to get my process of thinking. You talk to me, I'm like, huh, what you say? So I know that those are things that I have to work on. And I think you and I had talked about this before. I guess when old habits are hard to break. So, how can someone, if they have a bad habit of getting the proper rest that they need, get back into incorporating that in their schedule? Because I need to know. Look, I really need sleep therapy.
Right.
I need, look, we all need therapy, but I need sleep therapy. I'm not too proud to say it. So if you
Right.
can elaborate, please.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Now, well, first of all, I would highly recommend, there's a sleep, there's an app called Sleep Cycle. I know there's a lot of them out there. I tried practically all of them. And I recommend it, and I tell you why. And I know they have to fit
Okay. I'm gonna write this down too.
measure sleep. However,
Okay.
who wants to really go to sleep with a watch on their wrist? That
Right.
be uncomfortable trying to move around in the watch get. Plus, also the light from the watch is not good because that's a stimulant. So the
Okay.
sleep cycle app, the beauty of it is that it measures your sleep.
Okay. I'm writing this down.
It's not the quantity, it's the quality of sleep that's the key.
Okay.
So that's what you want to strive for. And but not only that, deep sleep. So it measures, like just say I go to bed at 9 o'clock tonight and I wake up at 6. So it'll alert you or it'll say like how long it takes you to go to sleep. It'll show like your sleep pattern up and down, and but the quality of sleep. Now I noticed that it's a struggle for it's something
Yeah.
that's ongoing. So it's not like because I'm a certified sleep science coach, but my sleep has improved dramatically. That
Okay.
it's now sometimes 100%, and so in the average is 76.2. So mine is
Okay.
like way above, but because I work on a consistent basis. So to answer your question, it takes time. You have to be
Okay.
conscious. You have to be mindful of your sleep and respect it, and don't
Okay.
take it for granted. So start with the process of okay, well let me get to sleep, and it do take 21 days and more to break a habit, but you need to be consistent.
Yeah. I agree with you. And that's something, you know what, I put on my list, of course, to stay healthy, we want to start incorporating exercise and all that. But
Yeah.
what good is it incorporating exercising if you don't get the proper rest and proper sleep that you need?
Yeah.
And I could tell, like you said, your body will communicate with you and say, you are tired. And
Yes.
as I stated earlier, I didn't listen to the signs of my body saying you're tired. And it's not just, for me having an incident with the car accident. It's also just normal things that I might be, I want to do as far as work related or just engaging in, I say even moods, my mood swing is a little different when I don't have enough sleep. And even the way I wake up, well, in the morning, I mean, the way I am nocturnal, I do stay up a little late, but maybe, like you said, if I could just incorporate a habit to go to bed at a decent time,
Yeah.
because I know that the body itself, that's when your body, I guess, at night, it does like the healing process pretty
Hmm.
much takes place. So here I am trying to keep my body probably trying to heal. Like, look, girl, I'm trying to heal you, and look what you're doing. You messing it up. So
Yes.
I am, I am trying to get better at it. I have, like I said, very bad habits. But what are the recommended hours of sleep, um, or does it vary?
I'm so glad you asked that question.
Okay,
Yeah, I know the norm, they say is 8 hours, but I
yeah,
don't like to put a number on it. I like to say you need to find out what works for you because everybody is different. You can just be stressing out. I didn't get my 8 hours. I didn't get my 8 hours. And you
right,
might need 7. You might need 9. So it just depends. That's the whole purpose of the sleep app, that it'll
okay,
measure your sleep and you know how many hours you really need when you wake up in the morning on a consistent basis.
okay,
Then you'll see, I used to only get 7 hours. Now that I realize I need to get 8.5, then you
okay.
know that's what you need, not the norm for everybody, because we all unique and different in so many ways.
How about that? Is so true. What requires for one may not require for the other.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And if you don't mind, I do have a question to share with you. One of my viewers had asked me this question, so I want to share this with you.
Sure.
They want to know what is the difference between sleeping 8 hours during the day versus sleeping 8 hours at night. And I mean, does it matter as long as you're getting the amount of sleep you need? So I guess, and that's, I guess the same thing we were saying about, does the body heal? That's another thing.
Right. It's
Mhm.
more of a struggle because naturally we you up during the day and you sleep at night. However, now based on a study made 2018, the National Academy of Science shows that people who are up at night and sleep during the day, it can affect their blood sugar, their
Mm,
immune system, and their metabolism over time. And the other thing that it can affect health issues like diabetes, high blood pressure, and weight gain. But there are three things that I would recommend. The first one was, definitely make sure your cell phone is off because that's a stimulant
Okay,
already for us, the blue
girl,
light. Already
I agree. The cell phone boy.
yes, yes. And the other thing is they have a daytime routine. Even though you're sleeping during the day, like just say, for example, if you get off at 7 and you decide to go to sleep at 9 a.m. and you sleep from 9 to 4, just make that consistent. At least your body will get used to that. And the last thing, I would highly recommend an eye mask. An eye
Okay,
mask is excellent. I mean, it really is. It's just not for
okay,
when you go to a resort or you're on vacation. You
okay.
and that's good for night or during the day, but specifically for daytime because it helps the block and they're all not the same. So you have to make sure that it blocks the side. And that really helps you to trick your brain into thinking that it's, nighttime.
So you
So
know what? Maybe that's what I need. I need to turn the TV off, get
yes,
me an eye mask, and
yes,
take my butt to sleep.
yes. Thank you. And that's
Okay.
it. And
All right,
do it.
I'm gonna work on that. And it's
Yes.
so crazy. I have the eye mask that you gave me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got an eye mask, and I got about 5 eye masks in there. It's
Okay.
almost like it's almost like the medicine is in the medicine cabinet, but you ain't taking it.
Right, besides the point. Yes. Well,
Right. Okay.
look, your assignment for tonight is put on an eye mask.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make sure I do that. And I'm
Okay.
gonna try, like you said, just trying different things, whatever works for different people.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna try that. Oh my goodness, Diana, thank you for answering that question.
Sure.
Um, I know you mentioned most of them, which is good about the health effects of not getting the proper amount of sleep. But it's one thing I want to bring up. I remember, I think I wrote it here, about circadian rhythm. You know, you heard people say,
Yes.
what, your circadian rhythm is off. So,
Mm-hmm.
and mine's was disrupted. So, I mean, can you go over maybe some time, like when it's disrupted, how do you get it back? Like mine, by me not getting that sleep that I needed, what do I do to get it back so I can get my rhythm back?
If in anything, repetition, you have to start a routine and do that every night. And now the thing about it, okay, like just say for example, like different things relax people
Yes.
or wine that you can't just jump in the bed and go right to sleep. Now, some people can, but for the most part, you have to start to unwind. And
Right.
the thing about it is this that you want to check the temperature. The temperature in your room really affects your sleep. If it's too hot or too warm, even if you like it that way, your body needs to cool down. So that's
Okay.
one thing. A cool room. Even if you warm up underneath the blanket, the room
Yeah.
needs to be cool.
Okay.
And then also light, not only just from the TV, but make sure all electronic devices is off. Your cell
Okay.
phone is face down, your laptop is not up, your computer is off.
Oh my
You have to be
gosh.
careful as far as the light from the outside of your window. So light, just like use the blackened shades. That's really important.
And you know what? I know that well, of course, some parents do this with their children, which is important, so
Mhm.
that they can get up in the morning, have better study habits. And I know other cultures remove the TV out of the room.
Mhm.
So, I think, with habits of having, we feel like we need a TV in every room. Now, of course, I got a TV, in my room,
Mhm.
TV. My mother has a TV in her room, of course, and then one in the family room area. So, and then if my grandson comes over and want to look at TV, I'm like, it's okay. Well, I'll go in my room and look at it.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Oh, and I have look. A couple people here have made a couple statements now,
Mhm.
which is really interesting. She said, Fran Chambers says essential oil and essential oil diffusing is good.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's great. Thank you, Fran. Absolutely. Oh yeah, and everybody's saying here. Okay, I just want to show you some of the comments they have here, and you have someone here, Marsha Haywood. She's making a comment, and Sheila Hall said, "Yep, sleep is important."
Mhm.
So we can see that how important sleep is. Now, what I would like for you to do at this time, if you don't mind, do you have? I have your information here that I could share with the viewers. So if there's any additional information they want to know about sleep, they can contact you Is it HTTPS?
Mhm.
Is that colon for // DonnettaDMoring.com. They'll
Yes.
go directly on your website, and when they go in there, what information will they find when they go there?
Well, it's almost like a mall that I
Oh, it's
have.
a mall. Okay,
I'll give you, yes, it's a mall.
we can go shopping. Okay.
Well, really, yes. In a sense, I have my bio. I have the 2 books that I wrote that they can
Okay.
purchase. If you side too, I have all my podcasts. I have the
Okay.
recognition. I have when I write for the National Unity News. There's the article there. So it's like a little more. And the other thing that's upcoming that I'm really happy that for Black Friday, I'm going to have a micro course which will be called Creating a Bedroom Spa. So
Oh,
that I will be putting on my website. So I'm really excited
okay.
for that.
Well, you know what? I could definitely, I'll bring you back on and we can talk about that, once you finish that, finish your the bedroom spa thing.
Right.
But
Right.
I have another question that just came in.
Sure.
Here we go. And this is from Fran again. She wants to know, how do you feel about melatonin supplements?
Okay. In anything, too much of anything is not good. And
Okay.
so that it's not something that you want to use every single night. That there's some sleep gummies that I discovered because someone had reached out to me and I figured, well, let me try it. Because
Okay.
it is good to have, with supplements for when you might struggle or you really, really get that peaceful sleep. And I tried it and oh my goodness, I was really shocked and they work. So I just wouldn't recommend it taken every night. But of course, then your body get used to it. So when you really, really need it, it probably won't work.
Okay. All right. You know what? That's fantastic. I
Yeah.
think because I know when I took a flight to overseas, I did take a melatonin, and I was trying, like you said, too much, and I said, "Oh my goodness!" So I took a pill, and oh man, I hope I don't get in trouble with this. My granddaughter, she said, "Give me one of those pills." I broke it in half for her, but she was a teenager.
Right.
I said, "Here." So when we got ready to go to sleep, she was like, "Give me half of that pill." I said, "All right, here's the half." So, but when you need it, your body, whatever it craves for, and it helped. But like you said, I just think that we just need to, like you mentioned, incorporate some really natural things that will help us sleep. Get our bodies back in to functioning normally, and depending on our bodies to heal, because the body can heal itself. I
Oh
believe
yeah.
that, and it's just a matter of time having good habits.
Yes.
I think one of the guests or viewers wanted to know. Her name is China Summers. She wanted to know the show that you talked about, your podcast, when you have rest leads to revenue.
Mhm.
She wanted to know what that was about.
The best thing to do is, well, that's where I interview entrepreneurs and we talk about sleep. I ask them about their business, but also that I ask questions for our sleep. So the best thing to do is to go on my website and
Oh,
then all my episodes, and then she can, we'll hear from there. Now,
okay.
if you don't mind, I wanted to really address essential oil because I noticed that these two people had
Yes.
stated that
Yes.
essential oils are really great because
Okay.
that's another way to help to relax you.
Yeah.
And well, lavender is great, but also oh
Is
my
it
goodness, my
chamomile?
mind
Is
went
it chamomile? Am I saying
no,
right?
it was another. Oh my goodness, my mind went blank. That I actually forgot the other one. But
Okay.
anyway, the thing about it is that what I do is I put some essential oils inside a little bottle along with some distilled water, and I spray it on my pillow and then my sheets. And then
Ah,
that way it's very relaxing and soothing. And then you
okay.
can have that nice scent, but also relaxing scent too.
Okay. Now I also have well, she put here the essential oil diffusing. So I
Mhm.
have a diffuser, I just haven't been using it. So I'm gonna try that again. I have
Yeah,
all the tools. All the
tools.
I got the eye mask, the essential oil. What is wrong with me? It's just being, it's just that I've incorporated the 2 years. I have bad habits, and now
Right.
I got to pull myself out of bad habits. So you mentioned one thing that I'm going to work on, and I'm going to measure it. You know how they say,
Okay.
I'm going to see whether or not there will be a change.
Yes.
besides getting proper rest and exercising and things like that. Yeah, you had mentioned that not having the proper rest, it can contribute to weight gain.
Yes.
So, and then again, like I said, I've been up for like 2 years, just staying up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure that hasn't been really good for my body. So I'm
Right.
gonna work. I'm gonna work on the most important element like that. As people, you've educated me. So,
Thank
and I'm sure you've educated the viewers as well. So
thank
I want to thank you so much for being on the broadcast. Again, let me show them your information here. Her name is my friend, who is a certified sleep science coach, Donetta DeMoring. She's an author, entrepreneur, and she has a podcast. She's a podcast host of Rest Leads to Revenue. Her information is on the link, https://DonettaDeMoring.com. And of course, you know you can reach me anytime. Every Tuesday, I will be here. It's God's will, if it's God's will, to try to give you some more valuable information. So next week, I will have another guest on. They are talking about unleashing your potential. And believe it or not, it's about psychiatric rehabilitation um, services of psychiatric rehabilitation program that a lot of people in our community don't know about. And I just feel like, it's great what we're doing now. This
you.
show is designed to be for the community. And what you're providing this information, it is for the community. It's no, we're not on a large network or whatever. This is just a small network, but it's a small network full of valuable information. So thank you, Donetta, for joining me. And I will reach out to you another time to come back on the show.
All right.
But again, I appreciate everything. I appreciate your time and everything. Okay.
Great. Thank you.
All right then. Well, like I tell everybody else, look, so I'm getting ready to remove you from the broadcast. You're gonna be swapped down. Zoop. Okay.
All right.
So I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you later. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Bye bye. There you have it, folks. I hope you really enjoyed this broadcast. The Lunch and Chat with Leslie show every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Again, I try to be creative and give you more topics. You just tell me what you want, and I'll bring it to you. But thank you for your support, and I will see you next Tuesday, same time. You have a great evening.